In 2012, actor Max von Sydow told The Guardian about his dream to do parts he hadn't done before.
I want to see my films when I have done them, to check on if what I try to do really came through.
Here's some trivia for you. By that time, this prominent Swedish-French actor had appeared in about 100 movies. That's to say, there weren't that many roles he hadn't tried before.
No, well, yes, why not?
But he still managed to find new and exciting projects to work on. True to his word, the movie legend continued acting in the upcoming years. Many younger fans know von Sydow as the Three-Eyed Raven from Game of Thrones, or thanks to his brief but memorable appearance in Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Let's not forget that von Sydow also voiced a character in The Simpsons in 2014, which is basically a Hall of Fame on its own. In April, Max von Sydow would have celebrated his 91st birthday. Sadly, his light went out on Sunday, March 8th. We at Rumour Juice are looking back at the life and times of the devil, Jesus Christ, the Exorcist himself, Max von Sydow. What helped him overcome his shyness as a kid? Did his longtime friend Ingmar Bergman really send him a message from beyond the grave? What was von Sydow like in real life? Even as we're saying our goodbyes, the actor has one last thoughtful gift prepared for us. He is to appear posthumously in World War II drama Echoes of the Past, a movie he cared a lot about and was eager to see released. Ironically, von Sydow grew up with parents who were not that interested in acting and were not thrilled by their son's career choice. "My parents were brought up in families which believed theater people weren't to be trusted," the actor once explained in an interview, and added, "but they were nice people." Max von Sydow was baptized Karl Adolf. The would-be world-famous actor had to change his name to Max later in life. His given name didn't sound good around World War II, as von Sydow himself used to say. The boy's mother, a German-descended baroness, worked as a teacher. His father was a university professor who taught languages and ethnology. Despite his indifference to all the theater and performance-related things, von Sydow Sr. was a master storyteller. His adventure tales fueled little Karl Adolf's imagination. If you're not a fan of the Swedish filmmaker Ingmar Bergman, you probably know von Sydow thanks to starring with Leonardo DiCaprio in Shutter Island, or with Tom Cruise in Minority Report. He was part of David Lynch's poorly received but legendary Dune movie. He was Jesus Christ in The Greatest Story Ever Told, and the devil incarnate in Stephen King's Needful Things. Oh, and von Sydow starred in that little movie called The Exorcist. What we're trying to say is that it's hard to imagine the expressive and very photogenic von Sydow as ever being shy. After all, we remember him for brilliantly playing charismatic characters who often were tormented souls, sinister, or just downright evil. Those who got to know or talk to the actor in real life admired his charming presence and described him as talkative, honest, and soft-spoken. Growing up, however, von Sydow was extremely timid. At 14, he was inspired to try acting after seeing William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream play. He became part of an amateur acting group in his high school and realized that he got, as he put it, a wonderful tool in his hands.
And I've been working in the Swedish theater until, 1995, I believe.
Ultimately, being on stage and movie sets became a form of mental therapy for von Sydow and helped combat his shyness.
And also in films during that time. But here I am.
"I was allowed to express all kinds of strange things that I never dared to express before," the actor mused. "Now I could do it with the character as a shield, as a defense, and as an excuse." Truly, von Sydow was a master of transformation. He is a central figure in the timeless 1973 blockbuster The Exorcist, where he embodies the elderly Father Merrin. Consider this, von Sydow was in his early 40s while filming the movie, and he is great as the weary but headstrong old man. That's a testament to the skills of makeup artists, sure, but it also showcases the depth of von Sydow's range. And also, The Exorcist is probably the reason we tend to think Max von Sydow was always an old man.
That was a challenge because Father Merrin in The Exorcist had to be so many years older than I.
Despite his often highly spiritual roles, von Sydow considered himself an agnostic or an atheist for a long time. His views clashed with those of Ingmar Bergman, who directed von Sydow in an array of his wildly famous movies, like The Seventh Seal, Wild Strawberries, The Magician, Hour of the Wolf, Shame, The Passion of Anna.
I have so much to thank him for, I cannot tell.
To prove von Sydow wrong, Bergman promised to contact him after death and show that there is indeed an afterlife. Bergman passed away in 2007. 5 years later, von Sydow confirmed in an interview that he had in fact heard from his dear friend, but did not elaborate on the message. Von Sydow is survived by his second wife, Catherine, whom he called the love of his life and got to spend 23 wonderful years with, and his 4 sons. There is no doubt that von Sydow will be remembered for his immeasurable input in both American and European cinema. He was, and forever will remain, a legend. Perhaps it's time to rewatch your favorite Max von Sydow movies now. Which of von Sydow's characters impressed you the most? And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have more legendary stories here.